You want to join us?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna make a complete cipher.
Yeah.
Peace, welcome.
Peace.
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 Could someone please give us the definition of Tenrikyo?
まずお願いします。
天理教が先に説明します。どんな宗教か。
OK。
はい。
通訳。
Okay,
ちょ
so
っとしばらくちょっとだけ。
okay, okay,
Nice
so yeah.
and nice and loud. We're
I'll
outside
translate
now.
for you.
聞こえでお願いします。
Hello everyone。
Peace.
天理教、日本で生まれた今から180年前に生まれた天理教という宗教です。
Well, Tenrikyo is a religion that was established in Japan about 180 years ago.
で神様は親神様と僕たちは呼んでるんですが、天理王の御事様という神様です。
So our God, we refer to him as God the Parent, and the name is Tenryo no Mikoto. Is the name of our God. Tenryo no Mikoto.
そして、今から180年前に中山美紀様という女性の方にその天理王の御事様がこう体に入られて、その人の口を通して、天理教が、伝わりました。人々に伝わり始めました。
So around 180 years ago, God the Parent used a female Japanese woman by the name of Miki Nakayama as God's shrine, and using her mouth, God the Parent started conveying these teachings to humankind.
そして、親神様が、今から約10億年前に、人間を作られたんですが、その人間を作られた目的は人間に、陽気暮らしをさせてやりたい。そして人間が陽気暮らしをするのを見て、神も共に楽しみたいという思いで人間を作られました。
So about 10 billion years ago, God the Parent created human beings because God the Parent wanted to. Hold on. Alright, so about 10 billion years ago, God the Parent, through the desire of wanting to see humankind live joyously together and to share in that joy, God the Parent created humankind.
だから僕たちは、毎日を生きていく中で、例えば、しんどいこととか辛いこと悲しいことが起こってきても、それは神様からの罰とかではなくて、神様が、私たち人間に陽気暮らしをさせてやりたいという思いを持ってそういったことを見せてくださっている。だからその中から私たちは喜びを見つけて毎日を陽気な心で通っていくことが、神様に一番喜ばれることかもしれない。
Right. So God the Parent, through like suffering or illnesses, when we experience those, it's not God the Parent trying to torment us or doing something bad. It is some kind of a message, and God is trying to guide us in a certain direction because God doesn't have mouth to speak. Through those kind of issues or illnesses, God is trying to guide us in a way where we can attain that or get closer to that joyous life world. And that's why by living each day joyously, I think is the best way we can repay God the Parent for creating us.
そしてこの人間は、親神様が作られたものだから、世界中の人間はみんな神様の子供だと、そういう意味で親っていう文字をつけて親神様と呼んでいます。また私たち、お互いは、兄弟だと教えられています。
And because God the Parent is the creator of all humankind, we refer to God as God the Parent as the parent because we are all God's children. And because we are all God's children, we are all brothers and sisters, all of us in the whole world.
また、この体は神様から、借りてるものだと教えられています。そして自分の心だけが自分のものだと。だから常に、心を澄まして、神様に喜んでもらえるような心で通っていく。そしてその心通りのご指導をいただけると教えられています。
And because God is our creator, our bodies are things lent to us from God the Parent. And our mind alone is ours. So that's why in order to use our mind in a way that aligns with what God intends, we have to have a pure we have to purify our minds, our hearts, and we have to live each day with that pure mind in order to align with God the Parent's intentions.
そのぐらいですか
Okay, and there's a lot more, but that's about the basics
That's
of the,
true.
our teachings.
Okay.
That's peace.
これ紹介をしたら
And should we introduce sort of like the
Sure.
main core members that are
right.
here?
Main leaders. Right.
簡単に日本、これはい、
立場
立場はい。
で僕が、天理教の、トップの新柱様の、息子でその後継者になります中山大輔と申します。
Okay, and my name is Daisuke Nakayama, and I am the successor to the religion, and my father is the current leader right now. We refer to that leader as the Shinbashira, as a position, and I'm the successor. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Arigato.
一応
ことをまとめていきます東京から日本から来たメンバー
So we have members from. These are the members all that came from Japan.
Okay. Welcome. Welcome.
あと
Hey.
ニューヨークカナダから来た
And we have the member from New York, and we have a few from Canada that came to join us for this
Nice.
occasion.
Welcome.
あと
Welcome.
日本の他のゲストの方も
And we have two. They're not our followers, but we have two guests that are joining us today.
Welcome. Okay, peace. Well, first of all, we teach. We are not a religion. However, the way that you say God as the parent, that relation is also how we see it as far as the supreme mind manifested as the original man, meaning anything that's physical as a result of the mental realm. It's a lesser manifestation, but it was all willed into existence. Anything with a shape, weight, or color that's a solid, liquid, or gas first existed through the mind. And I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
なんで想像から、できた形あるもの、姿形あるものはすべて、創造主から、作られたという、考え方をしていて、私たちは宗教団体ではありません。
Peace. My name is Allah B,
アラビと申します。
and I'm a poor righteous teacher. A poor righteous teacher. And I came into the knowledge of myself in 1964 when Allah, the Father, first started teaching in Harlem, New York. The significance and importance of it is that black men, women, and children were descendants of people who was taken from their homeland. And yes,
なのでこの宗教は1964、この、考え方1964年に創造されて、我々、黒人の男性、女性、子供全員は、自分たちの、地元から、連れ出されてしまったという、人種で、という、考えです。
and stripped of the knowledge of ourselves. So we was actually ignorant to who we were in a country that was strange to us, having been taken from our homeland.
で自分たちも、自分の、地元から、連れ出されただけでなくて、その、過去の記憶も全部、取り消されてしまったので、知らないうちで何も、知恵も、過去の知識もなく、ポンと置かれたっていう状態で始まりました。
And having been stripped of that knowledge of who we were, we was without a culture, a way of life. And Allah the Father came and gave us the knowledge of ourselves that empowered us with a culture of our way of life.
なので私たちがそういう過去の、経験、記憶が、なくなってしまったので、自分たちという、どういう存在なのか、どういう文化を、の中で生きているのかっていうのが、なくなってしまったので、アラーという、創造主の方から、そういうこと、どういう生き方、どういう文化なのかを、教えていただきました。
As you speak of the parent of humanity, we speak of Allah as the father of all civilization, of having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, and refinement.
なので皆さんの宗教では、親神様、親と言いますけど、我々では、アラーというのが、全人類の、父親という形で、全人類の、全人類、全人種、全文化の、知恵、知識を全部アラーは、所持しています。
And he taught us who was without knowledge and living a savage life to to be civilized. And in being civilized, he taught us to live as righteous people.
なんで私たちは、そういう知識などが全部、なかったので、アラーにそういうことを全部、教えていただいて、ちゃんと、規則規定の中で、生きる人間として、生き方を教えていただきました。
And in American society, that was against the teachings, that is, was against the norm of American society.
でアメリカの文化では昔は奴隷社会だったので、黒人がそういう生き方をしようとするのは、国の、方針とは反していました。
This knowledge that Allah the Father gave us empowered us individually and collectively as a nation. And we was known as the 5% nation of Islam.
なんでアラーからそういうのを、知識などを受け継いで、我々は個人だけでなく自分たちの、黒人、グループとしての、価値観などを分かって、自分たちは、5% という、イスラム教徒の一角として、活動を始めました。
And that was in the initial stage of our development. But as we had developed in studying our lessons to bring us back into the full empowerment of ourselves, we learned that we was gods ourselves, taught by Allah, the Father.
なので、それが当初の、教えの話でしたけど、そして徐々にいろいろ知識、知恵、生活の、やり方などが構築されていくにつれて、アラの教えで我々一人一人が、その、神というふうに、教えられているのが、発覚しました。
And that our women were the earth that was bountiful, plentiful, and nurturing.
男性が神、天ということで、女性は地、家庭の大というふうに、教えられています。
And he also taught us that our babies were the greatest. And in that, we had to teach all the human families of the planet Earth.
なので、自分たちの、子供がそしてなんで、世界、中の子供たちに、こういう、文化社会の、生き方を教えなきゃいけないっていうのが我々の使命だというふうにも教わってます。
And we had to teach without discrimination that we were not anti-white, meaning against the whites, nor was we pro-black, just accepting blacks on the basis of them being black.
なので我々は、差別されてという経緯があるので、我々の団体としては、白人は、除外する黒人だけを優先にするとかは関係なく、全員平等に、受け入れています。
And to show us our universality of all the human families of the planet Earth, Allah taught us the supreme mathematics and the supreme alphabets.
その世界全人類が、つながっているということで、アラーは、人類に、数字や文字を教えてくださいました。
Which is a universal language that ties us all in as one family. And to demonstrate that, he showed us the 5 points of man, which was equivalent to the universal man, woman, and child.
なので、文化、言語関係なく、アルファベットと数字は全員共通しているので、それが、世界の人類が共通で、コミュニケーションを取れるようにするために教えてくださったもので、神から伝えていただいた、男としてはどういう生き物かという5つの点は、世界で、男性、女性、子供などいうそういうのが、世界に、どう属しているかという5つの点と共通していました。
So when we say all praise is due to Allah, we not only saying all praise is due to Allah the Father, we saying all praise is due to man, woman, and child, and I demonstrate mathematically in an example of which all of us can universally express in remembering the name of Allah.
それで、なんでアラーの教えが、全人類の男性、女性、子供に、適用するので、それを、世界の共通語である数字の数式を通してそれを、我々は表しています。
Illustration
例出します。
of us all, the symbol of the universal man, woman, and child. 5 points. The symbol of the 5-point star, 5 points. And lastly, these 5 points is equivalent of what's on our body.
この5つの点っていうのが、5つの点がある、星、普通の星型を表していて、ここにいる全員の、女性、男性、子供がその5つの点のどこかに当てはまり、それが、人間という、5つのポイントにも、当てはまります。
As the creator, being the first artist and sculptor of the universal temple of man, woman, and child, we have an arm, a leg, arm, and a head. So that we always remember the name of our creator, undisputedly. If we take the first letter of our points, arm, leg, arm, and head, which we all have, and if you know alphabets, English, A-L-L-A-H. Allah. Never forget the name of the creator. Allah. Peace.
生存主、が、この、体を作ってくださって、体の5つの、大事な部分が、両腕、両足と頭で、英語の、頭文字を取ると、アームの A で、レッグの L で、もう一つの L、もう一つの A で、頭のヘッドで、LLAH でアラーという創造主の名前をそういう風にいつでも覚えられるように、頭文字をつなげて作ってくださいました。
Thank you.
はい、以上です。ありがとうございます。
Peace. I'm Queen Earthly Embrace. And as he did say, we are the women in this nation are referred to as Earth. You know how you see the Mother Earth? Well, we have symbolics of the Earth. We are women. Of course, everybody knows we give life. We nurture things. And we are part of the general nature, the nature of things. Sure, sir.
はい、Thank you. 女性が、地ということなんで、女性が、植物のように子供を、育む、育てるという役割を与えていただいてます。
And also, we are the original, okay? And we are the original source of life, which all other DNA is connected to. We all have the same DNA that comes from the original source, and that's who we are. And so that's what we represent here. We teach that to our people. And like you said, we're not here to discriminate against it, but we have to remember that there is an original source for everything, and we are that in which everybody comes from.
Okay.
And go ahead.
はい。なんで、我々、全人類は、全員、命は、女性から生まれていて、で、ちょっと、差別するわけではないですけど、全人類の、最初にいた女性が多分いると思うんですけど、それが、もともとは、我々のような黒人の女性で、そこからいろんな人種に分かれています。
Okay, we say we are the mothers and fathers of civilization, and the proof of it is when you travel all around the world, you do find our DNA there. Okay, you find it. So we have a land base that we say, people say that we came from Africa, but we come from all of this. It's all ours. Okay.
我々、なんで、全世界中どこに行っても、我々は、肌が黒いんで、アフリカからって言いますけど、我々は、全世界どこに行っても、DNA を見ると、もともとは、黒人の DNA だったっていうのが、検査したら分かるので、もともと我々がそういうのをベースに我々が、人類の元だと言っています。
Okay. Thank you. Peace.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Yes, Asia. Okay. Well, you go ahead then.
We teach that at one time the entire planet is called Asia, which is the largest continent, Asia. So that was just Asia Major. Now we have an Asia Minor.
Right.
So at one time it was all Asia. So when we say the original man, we say the Asiatic black man, because we're talking about what derives from that continent.
Yes.
Okay. なので、今は、大陸が世界に7つありますけど、もともとは1つの大陸で、それを、我々は、昔のアジア大陸と呼んでいたので、なので、我々黒人は、もともとの、アジア大陸の、黒人の、先祖と、呼んでいます。
This is Naiji.
で、これ、ナイジー
Well, I heard you speak about how you be connected with a certain entity. This is exactly how we see things. When the brother spoke about the supreme mathematics, this is our connection to the universe. And that was given to us by a man called Allah. When he gave it to us, he brought the people out of the ghetto, out of the gutter. He taught them this science that will enable him to rise above all the conditions that most people was caught up in.
Okay. 天理教で最初に説明あったのが皆さんが、神様の子っていうふうに言ってましたけど、我々も、皆様が天理教の信者さんが、親神様とつながっているように我々も、アラーという人とつながっていて、アラーは我々黒人を、どん底までいたのを、救い上げてくれました。
And if you notice, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Each person that's attuned with that goodness, love, peace, and happiness that's in the universe will connect with each other, no matter what language they speak. And so goodness is not just expressed by language, it's expressed by the things, how we treat each other, how I treat you. I don't have to understand what you say, but I know how to treat you good.
なので、善というものは、言語、宗教、文化関係なく、その地域によって、やり方違うので、もちろん私は日本語喋れないですけど、あなたに、言語を通さなくても、接し方で、その、平和、喜びなどを、お互い共有することができます。
Each person that's in tune, we call it 5%. Each person that's not in tune, we call it 85%. Because of the things that they do, uncivilized things, because they don't have no knowledge of themselves or they're not activating on the things that they have learned. These things is basic knowledge that's put upon the planet for us to study and live out.
なので我々そういう考え方をできる人が 5%、5% と言います。で、それ以外の一般の社会の人たちをその残りの 85% の分類に入るというふうにしてます。ね、争いが戦争争いを起こしたり、そういう平和を実行できてない人たちを指しています。
But if we didn't speak a language that would connect us, then we wouldn't know how to communicate. But see, mathematics is a universal language. I don't have to speak to you in words. I can speak to you in actions, and I can show and prove who I am through my ways and actions.
世界、言語、文化が違うのでお互い、話し合い通じ合うのは難しいんですけど、世界共通で、皆さんが使っているのは数学、数字だと思うので、それを使って我々は、世界の人たちに、教えなどを発信したいと思っています。
Now we know many will study this here, but only a few is going to be chosen right now. But right now, the world is so much in a turmoil all over the planet. If it's in a turmoil right now, everybody's struggling, fighting, and going through all kinds of crazy things with the establishment or the people that force or whatever. So right now, it's going to take a little time. But right now, many will get knowledge. Many will wake up right now. But only a few is going to be brave enough to go out on the street. Y'all saw that picture, Matrix. If y'all didn't, look at it. So, go ahead.
教えを、今学んでいる人、これから学ぶ人が多いですけど、実際に理解できる人は、数人しかいないので、それは、その人たちのせいではなくて、世界にまだ争いが、絶えないので、それは、どうしようもないと思います。
If you meet one of us in the street, you listen to us for about an hour, you ain't gonna never see the world again the same way. It's like picking the red pill. You pick the red pill, you ain't gonna never see the world again the same way. You pick the blue pill, you go back home, maybe believe we crazy or whatever.
なので、マトリックス、私たちを、1時間ぐらい話したら多分皆さんの、考え方も変わると思うんですけど、でもし、それを話を受け入れた場合は、マトリックスで言ったら、赤い薬を飲んで現実を、理解する。で、それを、受け入れられない人は、そのまま、元の世界には戻ると思います。
Like you said, we brothers and sisters all over. We the same. And we have to learn how to act the same all over again from the beginning.
皆さんも言ったと思いますけど、全人類、みんな、兄弟ということなんで、それをどういうふうに実行できるかを、進めたいと思います。
こんにちは。私の名前はオヨジョキツです。はじめまして。I have a question.
質問があります。
What does Tenrikyo say about charity?
天理教は、チャリティー、寄付とかそういうのに対してどういう、考え方ですか？チャリティー活動に関して。
今の教団としてはそんなに積極的な動きはしてない。
So at the current religious group right now, we're not doing anything proactively, doing anything like charity activities at the moment.
And one of the
そういう意味ではね、そうですね。
So yeah, one of the things that we focus on in our culture is fasting, a chance to purify the body by not taking in food and just absorbing nature, absorbing sunlight, and studying at the same time. Does Tenryukyo also have a pillar or something about it that relates to fasting?
で我々は断食して、食を、取り入れずに、日光とか自然のものだけを取り入れるっていうのをやりますけど、天理教でも断食とかそういう、習慣っていうか、ありますか？
習慣としてはないんですね。
Yeah, we don't have it as a part of our religion. No.
Thank you.
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Ramel, go.
I don't just think, sorry, I'm on both ends here. I also think the question could also be about what Tenryukyo does about service, because a lot of times people interpret the word charity to mean service, because in many tradition what it means, charity means love of humanity, right? Yeah. So I don't know if that's, yeah.
If I can share a bit, I spent 10 months just now, I just got back from living in Japan for 10 months working with these people, and while they might not necessarily call it charity, the amount of service I've seen them do, trying to take care of kids in their neighborhood, offering free meals to kids in need. Exactly, they are creating new, someplace in Tokyo are creating new halfway houses, let people who are getting out of jail have a new chance on life to try and give them some new start. Just like we got a problem in America where there's not enough support for people with mental health issues, disabilities, every Tenryukyo church I've ever gone to is fully accessible. They're always trying to make sure everyone's welcome. So in my definition, I'd say they've got plenty of charity, even if they don't use that word.
Yeah.
天理教ではチャリティー活動という単語は使ってないですけど、里親したり、子ども食堂したり、そういうふうに、地域の貢献の仕方はいろいろさまざまな取り組みをやってるので、チャリティー活動という単語は、天理教では使ってないですけど、多分皆さんが言ってる活動に似たようなことはしています。
I didn't mean to talk for you.
No, I just want to make an announcement when you...
Peace, whenever you're ready.
Okay, peace. And I would just like to announce that if you're in New York, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we invite you to the 47th annual show Improve. You're all welcome. Which is right here in this building, and in this garden, and at this school. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
今週の金、土、日とここにニューヨークにいられる方、住んでいる方いたら、こちらの建物とここで、毎年恒例の行事をさせていただくので、ぜひ参加してください。
Okay.
700 members will be in attendance at that time.
There'll be shows and science fair. The children puts on a science fair, shows, things like that. A lot of activity, food, purchases, things to buy, souvenirs. It's a whole big celebration.
The Olympics.
Yep.
700人ぐらい集まって、子どもの、科学の、研究の、展示会とか、売店などいろんなブースが出るのでぜひ来てください。
And you're all welcome.
どなたでも来てくださって結構です。
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's peace.
Thank you.
Do we have any refreshments, anything?
Take one group picture before we all exit, please. Thank you. We'll get in the center with everybody.
So,
But before that, I just want to say thank you so much. This is such an honor for people to have such knowledgeable elders. To be in your presence is such an honor. For me as someone who's in New York, when you talk about what can communities do for the people, and you're like, but we can't do it, it's too hard, or it's gonna take too long. But this is living proof of the beauty of what happens when you build community. And so what's beautiful about it is your organization is international. You're in different countries and across America. And I hope in the future that some of you have already been to Japan and now this connection can grow and become more beautiful from your different traditions. So thank you. It really is an honor. So thank you so much. Peace. Yeah.
These two pictures. Have a
Closer. Get close together. Okay, ready?
Peace.
Coming by, right?
No, thanks for talking to them. Like, they were so happy to come the moment they heard they could come and meet a group like you here. They just wanted to know and what they could do, how they could get here. They're talking about how they act like they don't got charity. They do.
Oh yeah.
But all they want to learn, they were like, we want to come to America. We will learn from people in America. How can we do even more? How can we go back and help our people?
Well, we would like to network on some kind of trade, like we can go back and forth.
I mean,
to that nature.
so obviously I don't want to be talking for them or anything. That ain't my right. But I've been studying them for a while, and if I can at all help with that at all,
absolutely.
I mean, my Japanese ain't as good as their interpreter. He's doing better than me. But between me and my wife, we can do our best. We're a team over there, just trying to help them figure out what's going on and maybe help the rest of the world learn more about them.
Good stuff.
Thank
man.
you
Keep
so
up
much.
the good work, man. I'll keep in touch, okay?
Thank you.
Definitely, Tim.
I'm definitely next time I'm in New York and coming by.
So my name is Katie Merriman. I'm a PhD student in Islamic Studies and American Religious Life at UNC Chapel Hill in North Carolina. But I'm from Tuckahoe and my dad's from Washington Heights, and I love New York and this is my home. But the work that I try to do is to show people what it means to talk about communities and the philosophies and ideas that they try to bring into the world. And so that's why instead of just talking about books and articles, I'm trying to get people on the street to meet one another, to share their ideas, and to see the work that's being done. So I'm not affiliated with Tenrikyo, but my friend does work with them in Japan, and so he said, come to New York, and they want to meet organizations that are making an impact in the city. And so the first group that I thought of was the Nations of Gods and Earths. Not just because of the work, but the way that they, I think, can inspire other organizations to be strong in the face of gentrification and in the face of people trying to push out community-based organizations. So that's why I wanted to facilitate this. But it isn't me that really facilitated it. What ended up happening is the law school with Ramel and all of you are so generous with your time and your space that's what made like this gift happen. And that's what I kind of relied on because I knew the trust and the respect is all there. So again, it's such an honor to be here, and I'm just a bystander.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Can you tell me how did you hear about the 5%? Where did you hear about the 5%? First time you heard about it?
So I heard about it reading a book by Michael Muhammad Knight, who you might have heard about a very long time ago. I can tell you I read it in 2008, so a decade ago. Right. And I just thought, I just really liked it because it was about young people, the story of Allah and what he was doing. And my dad's from Washington Heights, but his work is with young people in New York City, and especially around disability and mental health. And a lot of it was about how like nobody was paying attention to what young people needed. So what my dad did, he did this after-school program called Project Champ, and they would do things like just going to the beach. Or I remember we went on a trip to Washington, D.C., and a lot of the kids had never been out of New York City. And so it was this emphasis on saying like, listen to the young people, what they want, what they need, and that's building a future for New York City. And so when I read that book, it reminded me of my dad's work and kind of what I think a lot of the money and the resources need to be with like young people. And then since then, trying to do like walking tours and have people learn more about the area, I also wanted people to see, yeah, I'm talking about like Muslim groups mostly, but I also want to talk about what are the other different philosophies and ideas that inspire people in this region. And so the Nations of Gods and Earths has a very particular philosophy in mathematics that I want to share with people, and also so they can listen to music and other intellectuals talk about the Nations of Gods and Earth, but there might not be a footnote, in that article or that music video. So to let people see, like, I bet you've heard of them before, but you didn't even know it. So that's the other part of it too.
If Mega did this.